If it could be translated into audio, it would sound like from the saxophone of Lisa Simpson. Two words designed and strategically combined to form the biggest oxymoron in the history of mankind. Almost. But see, as far as the world's concerned, you can live your life foul and almost get away with murder if you have a nice smile. You can almost meet folks and almost sleep around and stop at your local clinic. Well, you almost had a child. But almost is no stranger to Satan. Here's proof. Satan only tells lies when they're almost the truth. And it's amazing. In our incompleteness we find complacence, but if almost is one of Lucifer's many faces, then we are inadvertently good at Satan impersonations. But on the contrary, Christ did his job fully, and he proved he was God when he died on the cross like it was his duty, and to pardon my iniquities that I committed rudely. He resurrected from the grave after he told death to excuse me. But excuse me, this is your life, and that's something I can't impose on. This is your life, and that's something I can't impose on. But your body's God's home, which wasn't loaned to get foreclosed on. See, an almost Christian, they look right but live wrong. Can't stand the conviction in Romans, so they sit down to be comforted in Psalms. They never understood worship, but they love to lift their hands and sing songs like, I surrender all.
Oh, my God. All right.
Because it's far too expensive for you to spend your life on something that doesn't appeal to your five senses. See, nowadays Christianity's like a Louis rag. No functional use, but we just rock it because it's stylish. Not righteous, but right-ish. So nowadays all God sees is a pile of Ishmaels when he intended for Isaacs. And we're moved by our emotions, so we're saved when we feel like it. So technically you've never really been saved, you merely tried it. So no wonder why you never sold out, because you return it after you buy it. Now, let me break it down, because you need to beware that your life can lack the very standards that need to be there. Because on that final day of judgment, while God's receiving his heir, will he say, son, well done, or medium rare? Well, even by worldly standards, it'd be highly insane for you to start spending all of your money days before you almost get paid like parents. You wouldn't send your kids to a school that's almost safe. And ladies, would you really date a man who claims he's almost straight? And this is the very thing about God. This is the very thing about God that we all try to get around, but his standards are like between two mountains, no middle ground. So a halfway life is unprofitable to you. Because after all the Sunday services, Bible studies, prayer meetings, and everything you have in between, God will say, I never knew you. That's not even the worst part of living your life as neutral. It's that you were once Arctic, but it's your warmness that is causing him to spew you.
Oh my God.
This is exactly the type of mentality that had me. I was bound and held down by the unforgiving gravity of my spiritual reality. I was a Christian. Or at least I portrayed the fantasy with a filthy personal life. But God bless you, brother. How you doing, sister? Personality. I was a male, enveloped by guilt because I was stamped a sinner. I said I was a male enveloped by guilt because I was stamped a sinner. My message couldn't be received because I didn't represent the sender.
Oh my God.
Then I was almost delivered. Till that one day I totally, completely, and absolutely surrendered. Took heed to a modern prophet who proclaimed it was time for change. Now I'm no longer bound to sin. Point blank off the chain. You could ask Umar Abdul Muttalib. He'll tell you the same. You don't almost go to jail when you almost blow up a plane. Like you don't almost go to hell when you almost get saved. Despise the cross that he was slain, and thus the cause in which he came. But don't trip, I'm almost done, y'all. But before I leave this stage, we've all worked in sin, and death was minimum wage.
Whoa.
I said we've all worked in sin, and death was minimum wage. But if it wasn't for Christ, we would have almost got paid.